My name is Crystal Robertson, and I'm doing my informative speech on how to do a webinar. First, I'll be speaking about what the point of a webinar is, and the point of it is to get an audience together that can't be in the same room at the same time and speak about subjects such as business matters, sales pitches, informative speeches, like anything to do with business related stuff or just to update on anything. Webinars are really important for people that have a long distance relationship, like in businesses and stuff, because it is a way to be able to connect with each other besides just over the phone. So it's pretty much like FaceTiming each other just over the computer in huge groups. And it really works for the people that can't be in the same room together. It keeps people updated, involved over anything that needs to be updated or known about. So it's really good and very important to host a webinar if it's needed. It really does help business people keep in contact with each other and keep each other updated. Okay, secondly, what I'm going to be talking about is the first and main step to hosting a webinar, and that is going to be the reason on why you are hosting it. The reason is going to give you your what, when, and who. You need to know what you're hosting, when you need to host it, and who needs to be there to watch it. So the reasoning is everything, because you just don't want to host a webinar and not have any idea what it's about, who needs to know about it, things like that. So it is always important to really know the reasoning behind the webinar, and that's when you're going to know who to invite and when you need to host it and to let everybody know. It's very important to know the reasonings behind it. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the second step to hosting one, is finding the website you want the webinar to be for. Google Plus offers a free webinar, and then you have other ones like clickwebinar.com, zoom.us, anymeeting.com, and there's a lot of other ones out there. Some charge, some are free, some have different options, some don't. So it's all really based off of you, what's comfortable for you, and also kind of what is comfortable for your audience. Your audience is what's going to keep you around, so always make sure they're pleased, but also stay pleased yourself. So webinars really are all based off of what you are comfortable. So choose and look around, kind of do your research and see what's best for you. But that's going to be your other big step, is finding who you want to host it through and what fits best for you and your audience. Okay, so now setting the date and the time, that is extremely important because you don't want it to conflict with people's schedules. So weekends and business or work hours, do not touch them. Okay, do like 7 to 9 Monday through Thursday. That's perfect, because from 7 to 9 they've already got their family fed, they've already settled down a little bit, they're home from work, stuff like that. Monday through Thursday they have nothing really going on. Friday through Sunday, normally business or family time. So always make sure not to really touch the areas where they're going to be busy. Like the unique webinar that we had, it was a conflict because they did it at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which was 2 my time. So a lot of people couldn't watch it because they were at work. And it was just a big disaster because a lot of people missed it and it hurt feelings and it just did not work. So they need to reevaluate it. Okay, now once everything is set up, that's when you're going to choose who needs to be attending it, what time you've already figured out time. So who really needs to be attending this, because now you have your reason, you have your date, and you have your time. So right there, that's where you figure out who needs to come. Once you have that, who needs to come, you'll send out the link in either group, social media, text message, or email. That's going to be where you can get who needs to be invited, where they can log in, get scheduled to watch it, stuff like that. So always send out the link for people to be involved, because if you don't send them the link, then they're not going to be able to get involved. That's very important. Remember, send the link. Okay. before the webinar begins, it is ideal to always have notes available, because if you're like me and you get excited, you're going to forget what to say. So always have notes, because that's going to make sure you hit every key point that needs to be hit. PowerPoints and pictures. PowerPoints keep the attention of people because they have things to look at, things to read, stuff like that. So I really highly recommend PowerPoints. Pictures also give them, like things to look at, so they're not just listening to your voice. They also have something to see besides just your face. So unless you do funny facial expressions, then hey, let them see your face. I'm just playing. But yes, PowerPoints, pictures, good thing. Highly recommend using them. As you can tell, I'm using a PowerPoint. It's going to help me keep your attention because you can read and listen to me. So PowerPoints all the way. Okay, to sum it all up, really, to relay an awesome webinar, just remember PowerPoints, pictures, make sure you have the time, the date set up. Make sure that you have the people that you want to that you want to receive this, have their link ready for them. Make sure your notes are available so that you don't forget any key points, because you're going to kick yourself in the bottom once you realize that, hey, I forgot to say this and it was a key point that everybody needed to know. Really, it's just a good thing for anybody that's long distance. So remember, webinars are a good thing to host when you need to host them. Have a good day.